Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and like today, reality TV recaps. Before we begin, be sure to like this video if you haven't already. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel, and subscribe. You're getting daily and consistent content, as I said before. Shout out to everyone that's already in the chat. I see you. I love when I come in and everyone's already having conversations about the show. We're recapping Shahs of Sunset and Married to Medicine. I literally rewatched Married to Medicine because I was like, I have to rewatch this ending again and again. Look, before we jump into that, if you missed any of the content, I stopped by Up and Adam's YouTube page earlier this morning to do a recap of 90 Day Fiancé. We also posted our own 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After recap here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, and just posted a replay of our recap of BET Presents The Encore. So if you missed that, be sure to check that out. People are asking, this is live, right? Yes, I am Freedom. This is live. I see you. Hey, TikTok. If you wonder where I'm talking to, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're live on Kempire Daily on YouTube. We're live on the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch, the Kempire, and we're live on Twitter. What's going on, Twitter? Twitterverse. Love connecting with you guys on this level. We're doing a live recap today. Don't forget, we do live recaps of some of your favorite reality shows. We implemented BET Presents The Encore. Look, I just want to call it The Encore. BET Presents The Encore. Like, I get it. They probably did it for licensing or whatever it may be. The Encore with some of your favorite 90s R&B groups and things like that. We will be recapping that. Of course, we recap The Real Housewives of New York, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and what other Housewives shows open? I think that's it for right now, right? Am I missing one? Family Karma, we're also recapping. And I am going to recap The Housewife and the Hustler at some point this week. I haven't decided when, because I really want to watch it. I know a lot of people are recapping it already, but y'all know how I do. I need to watch, I need to look around, and I need to take some notes. So I will start watching it tonight, and I'll let you know. Of course, we'll be setting up a thumbnail and things like that for you to set your reminders, because we're going to break down this whole Erica Girardi and Tom Girardi situation. You know, we've been following this story for a little bit. So before we get into this recap, just want to remind you guys, also a new episode of my podcast, Kempire Radio, is now available. And it's a place where you get an unfiltered, uncensored version of some of your favorite hot topics, especially the newest hot topic where we were talking about Monica from All About the Tea. Head on over to your favorite podcast platform and subscribe to Kempire Radio. Let's get into Shahs of Sunset. So, as I said to you before, I have to rewatch some of these shows multiple times just to kind of form an opinion. You watch it one time and then you're like, And if you've been following our recaps of Shahs of Sunset, then you already know that I feel REZA is a snake. I have not changed my feeling this episode, but I do kind of believe REZA in his explanation that he did bring up Gigi, but this is just sort of Mike's way of deflecting the whole situation. Matter of fact, REZA didn't say he brought up Gigi. It was the spiritual, let me look for her official title, spiritual consultant. London, to me, I'm liking London. She's not trouble, but I can see how she can start trouble. But I also like this little spiritual side to her. Like, I like London. I kind of like London. MJ's friend, or MJ brought her on. We're not sure if they were ever really friends. So, of course, this episode, they're plotting and planning Gigi's welcoming party for her son, Elijah. And look, Elijah and Shams are the cutest babies on this damn show. They're so adorable. The party, of course, is just a grounds for them to get together and start drama. We'll get to the party in a second. Let me just go quickly through. I love that during this show, Shahs of Sunset, that I get to learn new words. I'm learning new words. I write them down. Batstani, that's ice cream. I was like, all right, I'm learning new words. And the conversation that Gigi has with REZA, because as you know, the last we saw, REZA left Gigi in Palm Springs after Mike allegedly said, no, not allegedly, he said it. He said, I'm just so used to saying allegedly after every other sentence. It's just popping in my brain. Mike said that REZA's the one that said Gigi is the one that sent the spoof text. The spiritual consultant said it was REZA brought her up, but Mike exaggerated. I believe the spiritual consultant. I don't believe REZA's completely innocent, but I do think Mike is using this as an opportunity to deflect from this whole situation. Mike is not innocent. Mike is not innocent, and neither is REZA. This is like a friend group of snakes. I could never be friends with these people because I don't feel like there's any loyalty. Even with REZA and MJ, who have been friends for 30 plus years, he was throwing her under the bus season 2. So I could never be friends with any of these people. I don't trust any of them. I don't trust Gigi's not going to slit my throat. I don't trust REZA. You know, I actually kind of like MJ. I know I've only watched a couple of seasons, and I'm sure MJ is not a perfect human being, but I kind of like MJ amongst this group more than anyone else. And of course, I love Tommy. Tommy is a mess. Tommy is a mess. I like their relationship together. He reminds me of New York, and I know he is from New York. I like Tommy, him in his all navy blue, wasn't that navy blue, his powder blue outfit. But speaking of Tommy and MJ, Mama Vida is in town celebrating her birthday. Mama Vida, oh Lord, they're working on the relationship. It seems as if Shahs has softened Mama Vida. Mama Vida seems like she never really liked children. Mama Vida starts trouble at the welcoming party, saying that Paulina probably needs a butt too, but Destiny needs a butt. And of course, REZA brings that information to Destiny. I'm going way too far. But let me backtrack just a little bit because I'm going to follow my notes. I'm just thinking all these things at the same time, y'all. Hold on. Let me bring this up closer for me. There we go. Hold on, y'all. So backtracking to Gigi and REZA having their conversation and her confronting him for abandoning her in Palm Springs. He says, I probably should have just had all of you, come with me, blah, blah, blah. No, REZA, you were running. You were running because you were caught. You were caught for not telling the 100% truth. And I think you were afraid that the truth would actually come out. I don't think REZA necessarily was completely innocent, and I don't think he was 100% guilty, but I think he did bring up Gigi's name. And as I said to you before, the spiritual consultant sort of confirmed that. And I know you're all saying, it's a spiritual consultant. What does she know? But I believe that. I don't believe Mike is completely innocent, and I don't believe REZA is completely innocent. Gigi also lets REZA know that MJ told her that REZA will never meet Shams, and he seems heartbroken about that. But realistically, right now, you're not going to meet her baby. The baby's father has you have a restraining order against the baby's father. Why would you meet the child if you have a restraining order? That just doesn't make any sense. And then, of course, I don't believe REZA's tears. I'm just a little cold to REZA. I don't believe REZA's tears. I don't believe him when he gets, so I'm never going to meet Shams. No, you're not going to meet this child because you have a restraining order against the child's father, REZA. Really? I'm sure REZA's watching this. Hey, REZA, how you doing? Let me take a sip. And why I love how some of these past episodes, and I love the fact that they flash back, especially for someone like me that's only seen a couple of seasons. I love how they flash back, and this whole Hawaii trip comes up again. A couple of things that came up from the past came up again. Nima's relationship with Gigi. A lot of them surrounding Gigi, though. Damn, Gigi. Did Gigi sleep with Mike in Turkey? Nima talks about rejecting Gigi in Hawaii. Nima and MJ, they go painting together and they're having this conversation, and Nima's trying to I actually really do like Nima. He's sort of like the Cynthia Bailey of the group because he sort of adds this balance. He's not a lot of drama, but he adds this level of balance in the group. I actually really do like him. And I liked his conversation with his little sister. I like Nima. Nima's good people. Backtracking. Can we talk about we were talking a little bit about the London spiritual consultant. We have to talk about London spiritual consultant's wig. What was that? Like in this day and age where there are so many amazing wigs for cheap, what was up with that spiritual consultant's wig? Was she incognito? Was she hiding from someone? Was she hiding from a ghost? Speaking of a ghost, I'm gonna have to save that story when Femtaro come through. I'll tell you that story. Ooh, I had a sage at my house yesterday, y'all. Remind me to tell y'all that story. Don't forget, Femtaro will be here Sunday, Father's Day. Femtaro will be here taking your calls and answering your questions. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. It's once a month that we do this with Femtaro. Love it when you guys call in and get some clarity. I mean, what was it? A few weeks ago, some people found out they're going to be having babies that they never expected. Just saying. Shout out to the chat. I see you guys here. Appreciate everyone being here. We're talking about Shahs of Sunset. I will be posting the link for you to call in. We're also going to be recapping Married to Medicine. We do this every Monday. And we will be recapping some of your other favorite reality series here on the channel, including The Real Housewives of New York, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Family Karma, and because there is a special release this week from The Housewife and Hustler on Hulu, we will be recapping that. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on these live broadcasts, because I love hearing from you and I like the interaction with our growing audience. We're almost at 20K subscribers. Welcome to the new subscribers. I appreciate you being here. I love reading your comments. I love when I hear that you love how we do things here, because this is just how we do things. This is not new. If you've been here since the beginning, and I know there's quite a few of you that have been here since the beginning, this is just the way that we do things. This is not make believe. This is who I really am. Okay. Let me see fast forward, because I want to hear some of your favorite moments from the Shahs of Sunset. Can we just talk about Vita, MJ's mom, causing trouble at Elijah's welcoming party, saying that Destiny needs a new butt. She needs a butt. And then these shady cameramen kept on showing poor Destiny's butt. Damn. I mean, I like Destiny. Destiny is light energy. Look, I only know not much of her only from this season, but I like her. I think she's cute. I think she's funny. I like what she brings to the show. But her making excuses for REZA, her blind loyalty to REZA is a little annoying, because you know what? I'm always saying this about whoever brings information like REZA brought information to Destiny. You need to look at them and their intentions. Yes, you don't want it to seem as if, oh, you know, if someone's talking about you, I want to tell you. But in that moment, while that woman is right there, you're causing trouble at Elijah's welcoming party, at a baby's welcoming party. You're causing drama. You could have waited. Like, well, she said this. No, in that moment, you're saying this. And then you walk away. He throws gasoline on a situation, lights a match, and then walks away. You saw him walk away. And MJ was like, why would you tell her that? We're trying to, bring everyone together. Why would you cause drama like that? And I agree with MJ. REZA has not grown up. REZA comes across to me as immature. Not only is REZA a snake, yep, I said it, he's a snake, he's also very immature. And REZA's what, like 50 years old? Is REZA like 50 years old? Chat, let me know how old REZA is. REZA is like 50 years old. Either way, he's grown. I know he's older than me. No shade. Let me just see if there's parts of this that I'm forgetting. Oh, so they have the conversation, and REZA brings up Gigi and Mike in Turkey, because of course they bring up the whole conversation of the spoof text. I don't know how they've leaned into this whole conversation of spoof text versus what Mike really did. Who cares about a spoof text? Even if it was Gigi or REZA, Mike, who cares? You cheated on your girlfriend and you cheated on your wife. And they flash back to that. Mike just wants to deflect. And I get it, Mike. You wanted to deflect because everyone was focused on you and you lied to everyone. You lied to everyone. Your girlfriend got everyone involved by sending these texts to them. Based on what we're going to see next week, it seems as if that Mike has cheated on Paulina already multiple times. Or there have been multiple issues beforehand. But she said this before. But I guess we're going to get a little bit more clarification next week. All right. Okay. Faya says Mike is a liar. Liar. Oh, he's 47. Okay. All right. Not much of a difference. He's still an auntie. Family karma. I can't wait to talk about that this week. I'm going to drop the link because I want to move on and talk about Married to Medicine. We have almost 200 people in the chat. Like this video if you haven't liked it already, and subscribe because you're getting daily and consistent hot topics here on the channel. TikTok, if you wonder what we're talking about, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. And if you're not following me on my social media, everything is at the Kempire or at Kempire Daily. Okay, let me just drop this link really quickly. Married to Medicine was good, y'all. This is what the second to last episode. I enjoyed it. And I like the fact that Dr. Heavenly and Toya made peace. I didn't realize that Toya and Dr. Heavenly had such history before the show. And I don't believe that Dr. Damon Daddy or Dr. Eugene have beef. I think that beef is exclusively between the women. But it seems as if they made some peace, but I've seen on social media that peace is short-lived because I don't think that peace is still here currently. But we already know that Toya is going through something. And she definitely, her energy these last couple of episodes is definitely lower than what we've seen. But she wasn't really in the mix of trouble until the end. She wasn't in the mix of trouble until the end. But before we get there, look, I always have to use my notes to guide me, y'all, because I could go all over the place with this. So the beginning of this episode begins where they left off with Dr. Heavenly and Lisa Nicole having a fight. Last week, if you missed it, we did a live recap of the episode, and we were talking about Dr. Heavenly's accusations against Lisa Nicole's interview with the Avatar, and her accusations against Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly did her own YouTube live and addressed it and says, you know, Lisa Nicole never does anything right. And we see that again in this episode, but we'll get there. They end up fighting on this RV, but it dissipates very quickly. It dissipates very quickly, thankfully. Hold on, y'all. Let me just post this up here. I just want to link this. Okay, there we go. And they bring up, first of all, Dr. Heavenly says, oh, I have Uber, what is that? Uber card? I didn't know they had Uber cards. I thought you just had the Uber app. I didn't know they had Uber cards, apparently. But then they talk about, she says she has a 2-star rating for her business. That's what Lisa Nicole says about Dr. Heavenly. And then Quad looks it up and just, no, she got a 3.9. And I said, let me look it up. And you know how we love to do house tours? Well, let's look at the Google ratings of all the doctors. Well, let's do it of Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Simone. The men we don't really care about. I didn't look up Dr. Contessa because, you know, we have other things to talk about with Dr. Contessa. If you're just joining us, we're doing a recap of Shahs of Sunset and Married to Medicine. Okay? All right. So let me share my screen so we can take a look at Dr. Heavenly's reviews. Okay? She does have a 3.9 rating. I'll say this, though. Would you be going to a doctor with a 3.9, a dentist with a 3.9 rating, even though technically 4 stars are highlighted? Not me. I wouldn't. Not me personally. Not me personally. Now I need to look up my doctor. I'm like, wait, let me see what rating my doctor got. All right. So this is Doc Smiles by Dr. Heavenly. This is in, Duluth, Georgia. Isn't that where the Lenithia Lounge is? I believe so. Okay. So overall rating after 244 reviews is a 3.9. Okay. I love sharing these moments with you guys. We look at real estate together. We look at Yelp reviews, Google reviews. So this is Dr. Heavenly's Smiles by Dr. Heavenly's review. So she got a 3.9 overall rating. Okay. The very first review was just a week ago. Oh my Lord. So this person is saying went to Dr. Heavenly for two toothaches and walked out with $11,000 ticket. Oh Lord. Lord. Okay. $11,000 ticket. How? I'm unsure, service friendly to a certain extent. I felt rushed and thrown out, will not be returning. See, here's the problem. It's hard for me to take someone serious when the grammar is so bad. She says rooms aren't closed off. Everything is open. She's literally in and out mouths during COVID, one mouth literally to the next. Okay. But they do give you a little response from Heavenly's office. They say, we apologize. Anytime you come to our office, we give a comprehensive treatment plan to replace teeth. And you have a choice to move forward. Again, very sorry. Let us know if we can help. This other person, though, just 4 days ago, gave a 5-star review. Not a client, but just wanted to let you know that you've done a beautiful job. Wait a second. If you're not a client, how can you review? That's not good. Not a client, but you giving 5-star review. Okay. This other review 4 days ago. I love your work. Thank you for helping people that can't afford dental. This is another person that is not talking about the actual care that they've received. That's weird to me. Okay, let's move on to another. This was about 4 months ago. Dr. Heavenly and her staff is wonderful. Okay. I enjoy all my visits there. They are very professional, friendly, and helpful staff. I would recommend them to everyone. Dr. Heavenly is at the top of her game. She continues to learn the latest technology techniques to improve her skills. She has a passion and love for what she does, making us smile again, which brings confidence back to people. This is an awesome place for the A1 greeting when you enter the Shantae. To the hardworking ladies in the exam rooms, Tony and Destiny. Tony, with her talented hands, is extremely gentle when working on my teeth. She explained everything that will take place prior to the procedure to make you feel at ease. I love Smiles by Dr. Heavenly. This was about a month ago, this review. This is a 5-star review. Came in today with my mom, and customer service was excellent. It wasn't a long wait. I would give them 100 if I could. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Okay, this review was about 2 months ago. This is a 1-star review. They said horrible. 300 for a 20-second drive-through consultation at Popeyes? Oh, hell no. We have to stop supporting these people when they can't take time to listen and help the ones that's been supporting them from the beginning. I have a video that I'm trying to post. I've been crying nonstop on how she made me feel. Oh, my Lord. I mean, overall, there are good reviews. Of course, you're not going to satisfy everyone. I know that here on the channel as well. Not everyone is satisfied with what I give. But I'm not taking care of your teeth. I'm taking care of your emotions. This person 7 months ago wrote this review. My review isn't about her personally or her work. I'm not yet familiar with it. However, I saw a bill. Okay, how are you giving a review of somewhere you've never been? They need to. Oh wait, no, this is a consultation. Hold on, let me read the full. Oh no, this is long, y'all. So this person had a consultation. I went through the website as I usually do, and with the business or service I'm in research of, and found that there was a free consultation for her service. I want implants, and it specifically says free consultation. However, when I called, they said it was $300. This is a situation, y'all. All right, let's move on. We done giving it to Dr. Heavenly. So I went to vitals.com where they review doctors. They have quite a few reviews of Dr. Simone, your favorite Dr. Simone. And she has a 4.2 rating out of 107 ratings. Okay. There wasn't a lot from Dr. Simone in this episode. There hasn't been a lot of Dr. Simone in the last few episodes. I don't know if that's a good thing. Just saying. Okay, hold on. Overall rating, patient rating of Dr. Simone is great. She's been rated by 107 patients, as I said. Let me see. Do they show what people have said? Hold on. I don't think they... Oh, wait. I guess they don't have reviews on this one. Okay, but that's not bad. A 4.2, that's better than Dr. Heavenly's 3.9. I know they do different things. They're working on a different part of the body. But let's look at Dr. Jackie on the same website. So Dr. Simone has 107 ratings. Dr. Jackie has 157, and her overall rating is 3.9. Now, ladies in the chat, would you go to a gyno obstetrician that had a 3.9 rating? Almost 4. Would you go to Dr. Jackie? I mean, I would go to Dr. Jackie before I saw this rating. After seeing this rating, I don't know. Oh, Michelle says no. Let me see what the chat is saying. Y'all are hilarious. Michelle said nope. Olympia said nope. Just the T said nope. Dana says Dr. Heavenly probably gives a credit for the consultation fee once a client pays for treatment. It doesn't make sense to give consultations to random people for free. Thank you, Dana. That makes sense. Lord. All right. We're going to take some callers because if you're just joining us, we're recapping Shahs of Sunset and Married to Medicine. Because of Married to Medicine's talking about the ratings, I had to look it up. But before we take some calls, they're at Jekyll Island. I've never been to Jekyll Island. When the hell is that? Where the hell is that? Is that off the shores of the Georgia or something? I've never been to no Jekyll's Island. Hence why I did the thumbnail, because we had a lot of split personalities going on, both in Shahs of Sunset and in Married to Medicine. So as I said to you before, Heavenly and TOYA made peace in this episode. They made peace. It seems as if they've put their drama behind them temporarily. I don't think it's going to last. Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott's relationship, we're going to see more of it next week. But look, I don't know. Like, I get it. It's a reality show. You want them to share real things, real moments. But this seems very serious. Why is Dr. Contessa's daughter saying that daddy has a girlfriend? Why? Oh, Sonia, thank you so much. Hold on. Jekyll Island is Georgia. One of the Georgia islands. Thank you, guys. Because look, y'all can see how Scott is the worst. Well, we're going to see just how horrible Scott's situation is. We're going to see just how horrible it is next week. But in this episode, she has a conversation with the other lady. I'm a different type of person. I'm not sharing my relationship woes with my friends. Maybe one good friend, but not with these ladies, this entire group. And Quad gets emotional when Dr. Contessa talks about it, but there's no way that you guys are going to get over this whole relationship situation if you're not both in therapy. But she finds out he's been seeing a life coach he found on the internet that he hasn't paid in 7 months. That's suspect. That's suspicious, in my opinion. But we're going to see more of that. So I didn't want to delve too long on Dr. Contessa, because I'm actually kind of bored with that. I'm kind of like, girl, this is too much for our show. But we do talk about, TOYA mentioned something. We always talk about TOYA moving out of her dream home. But she says in this episode that she's noticed a lot of Trump supporters in her neighborhood. And I can see now why she moved. Because, and I get it, look, we're not trying to get political here, but I can see why she would decide to move, because it's sort of like, you don't value my life, so I don't want to be that near you. So now that makes a little bit more sense to me. why she would move. Maybe I'm sure they're going to talk about it during the Married to Medicine reunion, which has been filmed already. I'm excited to see why she decided to move. I mean, that's reason enough for me. I get it, girl. And they joked about Dr. Heavenly moving to Toya's neighborhood. They have some funny moments in this episode, but the rumor game, they are messy. Why would y'all want to play this rumor game? Y'all just starting to get over your interpersonal dramas. Now you want to play the rumor game? Well, the rumor game started some. Well, first of all, Toya was bisexual or says she was bisexual. Quad tried to kiss Toya at one point when she was drunk. Why am I getting flashbacks of Real Housewives of Atlanta right now? Well, this leads into a conversation of Anila accusing either Lisa Nicole or Carrie of stealing $400 from her. And she really believes it. I don't think Carrie did it. I think Lisa Nicole did it. Lisa Nicole was like, Lisa Nicole is shady, y'all. I know we've talked about it before, but Lisa Nicole is shady. Which this conversation leads from Lisa Nicole allegedly stealing $400 from Anila to Anila talking about how she was never paid for the story, the IG story that she did. And then I love how the producers and editors flash back to the conversation they had about how much she charges and the Instagram story. But if you're looking to be paid, I mean, yes, you should send an invoice, but based on what you're saying that she would be paying for, she would be paying for a post, not an Instagram story that disappears after 24 hours. Not that I'm defending Lisa Nicole. Lisa Nicole is still very shady. Lisa Nicole, did you steal that woman's $500? Dr. contested that money is nothing for Lisa Nicole. That don't mean that she wouldn't steal it. That does not mean she wouldn't steal it. Not to say that she did. I'm just saying. Oh, let me see. What else did I want to say in regards to this post? Well, it goes from Lisa Nicole and Anila fighting to Anila and Toya fighting. We will see more of that in this next episode. But Anila, girl, it's not worth it. Toya used you. She wanted to have an ally. You weren't the right ally because you were more loyal to making friends with the entire group versus remaining loyal as a dum-dum to Toya. Look, Toya, I love you on the show, but I got to call a spade a spade. And that's what it is. Either way. All right. Well, we're going to take some calls. I've been talking enough. Let's take a sip. All right. We have almost 300 people in the chat. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. Matter of fact, I will start taking calls once we've gotten to 100 likes. We're at 90. So let's get this going to 100 likes, and then we will start taking phone callers. I've already posted the link in the chat if you want. Oh, matter of fact, I just posted it in the YouTube chat. Let me post it everywhere for everyone. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. All right. You guys work quick. I appreciate you. We're already at 103. All right, let's take a couple of calls. Finally, Justice, I'm going to bring you up. Hold on. Hi, Finally, Justice. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Hey. Oh, I lost you. All right. Hey, Lisa, I'm going to bring you up. Hey.
Hi, darling. Happy Monday.
Oh, God, it is Monday.
That's okay. It's beautiful Monday, though. Beautiful, beautiful sunny Monday. What? Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. I mean, I believe REZA and Gigi both had something to do with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Gigi talking about, Gigi talking about, I know, she be doing her little dirt to the side, too. She can't play innocent all the time. She be here having a little dirt to the side, too. Yeah, whoa. Mike is we all agree. Mike is a man W, okay? But you said no cussing on him, okay?
No.
So I'm going to respect that.
I appreciate it.
Know Mike is a man W, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, he lied to back up the thing, but I believe That is some. I believe. To this time, I believe Destiny got something to do with it too. I believe,
Destiny.
yeah, I believe she got something to do with it too.
Whoa. What
I
did you think
believe
of
all three, I really do. I believe all three of them got something to do with it.
what do you think about what Vita MJ's mom said about Destiny needing a butt?
Was she laying like she lying? You look at her ass. She needs some. She needs a little curve back. That's a little curve. She don't need that much. She just need a little curve. Okay, that need a little curve. Everybody need a little curve. Okay, she need a little curve back there. But I still, I love Mama Vita. I love Mama Vita. I mean, she just so. I mean, her world changed when you know what? I believe when she seen almost MJ die trying to have her grandson, I
Yeah.
believe it changed their relationship.
But did it really? She still had some smart things to say.
Yes, she do, but but she trying to go closer to her daughter. But that's something else. Can lose your daughter after she can have a baby. You know what I'm saying? And like she got closer to Tommy. No mama loved Tommy because no mama. Hey now, the Vita didn't love no Tommy.
Yeah, they showed a
Tommy
flashback.
said, Vita, you can go away, but I think now, and I'm gonna tell you like this: right now, you should not meet Shams. Why should you meet Shams? Like she said, like Mama said, it was probably three people in that hospital with MJ. It supposed to be her husband, her mom, and REZA.
Yeah.
REZA was not there. When this girl with beautiful can have supposed to be your godson, you calling her, talking about what somebody had said.
Mm.
And I believe that's why Tommy so upset. Tommy said, "You calling my wife, telling her about some mess, and we almost have not. I'm almost lost her, and you was not there.
Yeah.
No, cut it out. I don't
Oh.
blame Tommy. No, And then you put her medical business out there.
Yeah.
So done wrong to them. No. And
What did?
then what it wants this birthday party? Child,
It was a welcoming party.
it was a working party.
Your face
I don't know why MJ. If I were MJ, I would not go. I said you had come for your baby. Brother did not come, or Gigi did not come. Like I said, them the main two because every time Gigi had something done to her, MJ was always there.
Mm.
You was not there when her son been born. You was not y'all didn't care. Then you kind of argue with her. No, I just don't want that. I feel for what you went on with you. No, cut it out. You need to be cut out. Resin need to be cut out. No. They need to be cut out to the head out. They chop the head out.
Not chop the head off.
Yeah, chop them out.
Lisa, any thought?
Get Tommy his baseball bat.
Lisa,
Both
any Lisa, any Lisa. Any thoughts on Married to Medicine before I let you go?
I'm gonna tell you something. I love Toya, but sometimes, I'm not gonna understand. She want an ally because the girl can come at her so hard sometimes, I would never move out my house. I don't care you ever Trump supporter, and
Oh.
I still love you, boo. We can disagree about Trump, okay? But I ain't finna move out my $1 million house. Not that closet. No way.
You're not giving up your 2-floor
I'm gonna tell
closet.
you now, heaven. People been saying for years, heaven is not a good doctor. Maybe she's not a good doctor.
What? I couldn't hear you.
She's not a good doctor.
Oh, she's not a good doctor.
Yeah, people been saying that for years.
Oh.
I've been hearing that. I said allegedly. Allegedly. Now, what Wendy Williams say? Allegedly.
Oh.
Three. I'm like them people said 3.9 stars. Not good for me. I want a top name doctor.
Yeah.
Top name up there.
Lisa, thank you so much for calling in.
4.5.
4.5. At least. Lisa, thank you so much for calling in.
I love you, darling.
Thank you. Thank you. Dana, thank you so much for the super chat. Dana says, I wouldn't let REZA see my new goldfish. I can't. All right. Well, finally, Justice, I'm gonna bring you up. Hey.
Hey,
How are you?
how are you?
I'm
I'm
great. What are your
great. I'm
thoughts
great.
on?
I'm so glad I'm on the
What,
show.
of
Huh?
course. What are your thoughts on either Shahs of Sunset or Married to Medicine or both?
Well, I have I'm gonna say two things. One thing is that it's really trashy to bring adult problems to a baby welcoming. So that was terrible. And both of them are engaging during that time. People are trying to welcome a new life into this and trying to celebrate this new achievement. Then just to have someone do that there is just like pick any other place. Pick the 7-Eleven gas station. Pick any other place but here. So that was really beneath them. And I don't think that really help their cause for why they're beefing. It doesn't help. And another thing was that I wouldn't have never told anybody my business on national television. I'm not sure if she's gonna have like a book coming out for this or something else. That's the only reason why I would do it. Because if it's gonna bring, I'm gonna give out my business to make some more money.
Yeah.
Like how to fix your marriage or something. Like how to keep it going if he's cheating. Like something like that. That's something I would do. But
Maybe that's coming.
I would have to monetize it. Hopefully,
She
because
said I'll have to
otherwise she can be
monetize it. All
fooled.
right.
Because how you not know for 7 months and you not doing nothing about it?
And why is your daughter
Sir,
saying daddy has a girlfriend?
exactly. Like that. Like I'm sorry, but he would come up missing. We in the swamp anyway. He would come up missing. What gate is that? But anywho, and I wouldn't have moved out my house either. So that's the only thing. I wouldn't have moved out
Okay.
my house. I wouldn't
Finally,
have moved out my dream house for nobody.
I love how
I'm sorry.
concise
I
you
just
are.
build a bigger. I'll build a bigger. I'll build a bigger fence if it's that big of an issue. Build a bigger fence. Get better security cameras on the property, and that's that. That'll be it. I'm not moving out of my neighborhood, my house for nobody, unless I had offers on the table for my house. No.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Finally, Justice, thank you so much for calling in.
That was it. Thank you.
Thank you. Val, I'm going to bring you up. Hey.
Hey, boo. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Man, I'll make it quick. As far as Toya moving out of her house, you know that Toya, they can't afford the house no more. Eugene was working like a slave anyway just to keep it in the first place, and now they can't afford it. Just say you can't afford it. Let's stop making up stories. And as far as Reza goes about seeing the baby, he don't want to see that baby. He doing all that stuff for the camera. For the simple fact is, just like his husband didn't want to lift the restraining order, come on some never, the same way that Tommy feels. It's the same thing. I don't blame him.
Yeah. Oh, I can't.
Good job. That's all I want to say because I know you got a lot of callers.
Thank you so much, Val. I appreciate you.
All right, babe. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. I see. I see trouble.
What?
I'm mad you have a snake avatar.
That's Reza giving me a hug.
I love how you have a more laid back look now that you're here with me. This morning you had a full face of makeup.
No, I still have the makeup on, but it's been a long day.
Oh,
look.
Excuse me. I mean, you look beautiful with the fresh face and Kenya Moore hair care hair.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thoughts on we'll start with Shahs of Sunset.
We had a lot of fun today this morning.
Yes, we did.
Just to say that. Shahs of Sunset. Where do I begin? Reza, like, he is so about himself. He really doesn't want MJ to have any good relationship with anyone. Yeah. He wants to be the only one with a relationship with her. And he doesn't want her to be in good terms with Gigi, with Mike, with Destiny. He just doesn't, because he knows when she comes in, she's not only a fan favorite, but she's the one that turns things up. She's messy as him, but not as messy. He went to a dark place, which is very hard from coming back from. Yeah. And the proof is in the pudding. You really want to meet Baby Shams? drop that damn restraining order, man. It's so freaking easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on. It's gaslighting. It's gaslighting again. He
That is your
pretends
word. That's your word of the day.
that is the word of the day because that's what they're doing. Do you blame me? Like, come on, those crocodile tears. It's so easy for him to show. MJ, she was willing to at some point have him meet his son, her son, but when she knew that they renewed the restraining order, there's one thing to let it run its course, but then it's another thing to renew it.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And Adam going trying to talk with her, really?
That was awkward.
That was really awkward. Adam, from my favorite sweetheart to the creepiest man on.
Really used to love him.
I used to like. He was so sweet. He used to be the to bring the soft side of Reza, and everybody knew what Reza was about. And then there's this guy who's so nice. I think he finally came out in a bad way because he was outed by Ali. He was outed by Ali of what he really does. Nobody, I didn't know he used to do that. And it was a revelation when, he sends those pictures of Jenga for everybody, to everybody. It's a normal thing. And we never knew that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's the situation with MJ's mom talking about Destiny's flat butt. What was your response to that?
First of all, shout out to K11. She named the Vida the Mama Joyce of Shahs.
Yes.
So true.
A necessary character.
Yes. Vida gives me life, literally. That's the meaning of her name. And she gives life to the franchise. And to be honest with you, it was so obvious what Reza was trying to do. He didn't even take into consideration Destiny's feelings. Like, it's one thing to tell her, hey, she's talking ish about you behind your back, but pull her to the side. And I wouldn't pull her at the beginning of the party when she's feeling herself. She was describing herself as like she is the best dressed ever, which she wasn't. It went left. It was very vulgar. It wasn't for a kid's party, to be honest with you. I was hoping that Crystal Minkoff's husband would appear because
know what?
He was the Lion King. Wouldn't that be nice? I digress. But this is the thing. Like, it was obvious how shady he was and how much he wants to really burn the bridges that can be rebuilt between MJ and anybody. And MJ saw him, and I'm happy she's holding him to the fire. And you know what? Just like he picks Adam, she will pick Tommy. And you're not going to come near my son. 50 feet away from my son.
Oh, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. At least while this restraining order is in place, there's no way you would meet my child.
Yeah. Vida, she was not kind. I will say that. But she didn't say that to Destiny's face. And to be honest with you, the more they were zooming in, I agree with Vida. I do.
Right? They're so shady, kept on showing Destiny's butt.
Flat.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want to encourage people to get a booty just because they have a flat booty.
Well, me neither. Like,
I mean, there's workouts you can do. You don't necessarily have to get surgery in order to get a plump booty either.
We know what they do. They want the fast thing. They don't want to work out. They want to pretend they work out.
Speaking of working out, Married to Medicine. I can't work on these transitions. But what were your thoughts about Married to Medicine's latest episode? This is the second to last episode before the reunion.
I have a feeling that Quad regrets not making the marriage work. Not only, but because she really loves being in the show. She does. We can agree on that.
Sorry, y'all.
She loves being in the show, and for that she needed her ex-husband. So I felt like when she teared up, she really regretted not making it work because she really dropped the towel. She's the one that didn't want to. I don't think.
I love you said drop the towel. We usually say drop the ball.
Yeah. You're right. she dropped the ball. She really did. Realized that being married to her husband was what made her relevant to the franchise. Doesn't matter, you're a fan favorite. You don't fit the mold anymore. Now the best that you can get is be a friend of the show. And can we talk about Lisa Nicole?
Yeah.
I can't
Wait,
say
before you say anything about her, do you think she stole the $400 from Anila?
I do.
You do?
Oh, you know what I think? I don't think she stole. Whoever stole, I don't think stole to steal. It's just to get a rise out of her. And I think it was Toya, to be honest with you, just being
But
messy.
Toya was not in the room.
You never know. I don't know. Are we there all the time? That's me being cynical.
Oh, Lord. But you were going to say something about Lisa Nicole and her dead eyes.
I wouldn't call her shady. It's shady business. Like, it was creepy to see her blatantly deny something we all saw her talk. And she agreed to pay for the story. She did agree to pay for the story because she showed her. And you know what, the story up for 24 hours, someone that has a lot of following, supposedly, I think it's a good marketing. I don't know, like,
I have to go to her page. Keep talking.
Well, I say allegedly there because I don't know. I don't follow Anila. But they agreed. She is a cast on the show. So show-wise, Anila is here and Lisa is here. So she has paid for that $400 to cultivate a relationship with her. But the way she lied was scary and made me second guess every time I thought she was believable, even when she talked with the Avatar lately.
Oh. There's something off about Lisa Nicole. I'm not going to deny that. There's something off about her asking for an invoice. Yes, I think that's the proper protocol, but it just seems strange that she wouldn't make the effort and say, oh, you posted it. Let me make sure you get your money.
Yeah, exactly. I think she should have said, hey, send me your invoice because, she wants her books to be, it's a courtesy kind of, because they verbally, and I would say more than verbally, on camera, they agreed $400 per post, and she did her 3 posts.
But it was an Instagram story. There's a difference, as you already know.
Yeah, but like if it was a post, she gave her a different pricing for a post. They talked about both pricings. And it seems like Lisa wanted the sales. She wanted the story. This is why she posted on the story, And to be honest with you, the number 400 to be missing is really shady. So I am
right. The amount of money that was stolen is also the amount that Lisa Nicole was supposed to pay for, but an Instagram post. I just need to emphasize an Instagram post, not a story.
Story.
Dana says this: Lisa's going to use Anila's $400 to pay for the post when she gets paid.
I wouldn't doubt it. I agree with Dana. I really do.
Oh my God, that is so shady.
I'm in between either Toya just being messy and stealing 400 because of they spoke 400, or it's Lisa. It's more Lisa. Like Lisa, she scared me. I'm scared of Lisa.
You're scared of Lisa?
I am.
I'm scared of her dead eyes.
Yeah, I used to see her as a beautiful woman. Yesterday, she looked so ugly to me. I'm sorry. And she's gorgeous. Like featured.
Yeah, but certain times when she looks and her eyes look literally dead in the eyes. And I'm like, something about her spirit. So I'm going to have to ask Femtara to do a reading of all the ladies of Married to Medicine. Last minute thoughts, Miriam, before I let you go?
On the other girlfriend?
Which girl? Oh, Dr. Contessa?
I don't know. Like I was thinking it's manufactured or it's not manufactured now. It's the latest story just for the sake of the show. And they are already monetizing it on the show, to be honest. I think they will maybe come up with something like Married to Medicine counseling, marital counseling. I think all the ladies can. I just gave them an idea. All of them are part of that business, and it's a franchise. Bring it on the road, like with partner with Candy while she's doing the the bolo, like what's the name, the dungeon show. So they have the dungeon and they have marital counseling. It will be great. Everybody can find something, and it would be a greatest hit. It broke my heart to hear her daughter say that.
But do you think he's cheating?
Um,
Why would the daughter say daddy has a girlfriend?
Yeah, I think so, but I think it's known, and I think she knows. And yeah, I think she knows. A woman knows. A woman knows. God gave us an intuition for a reason, and my intuition never failed me. Sometimes, like when I am disappointed in people, it's because I gave them chance overlooking the red flags, but everything was there. But a woman knows. Like he's talking with someone on the phone. Supposedly they work together. And come on, she knows. And maybe she's bringing it on to the show just to get help. That's her cry for help. This is the best credit that I can give Contessa. Because to be honest with you, I don't think like they really need the show to live a good life, because both doctors. I wish they took a break from the show.
Oh, wow.
To work on that, because I don't think like anyone has the moral authority to save their marriage. Like they think they saved Simone's marriage. I don't think they did. I think it was really Simone and Cecil realizing that maybe they can still do something. But even that conversation could have taken place outside of the reunion, but it took place on the reunion. It was nice for us to witness that. But if they're really a friend group, that would have happened. People would have tried to keep them together. So just because like it's not anything new. So now are we expecting every season for someone to have a fallout in the marriage and they try to cancel it? Like it's the same formula with Quad, with Simone, and with Jackie. Like, this is the fourth time we're having the same story.
Let's see. We'll see if Dr. Contessa. I think Dr. Contessa is the one who disliked this video.
The doctor is cute. Yes, I will go to a 3.9.
Oh, if the doctor is cute, Miriam.
I'm joking. Come on.
Are you though?
Maybe not.
Miriam, thank you so much for calling, and we
check
appreciate
your
you.
messages on Instagram. Okay.
Say again.
When you're done, check your messages on Instagram.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So,
I'll talk to you later, Miriam. Thank you. Rasani, I'm going to bring you up. Last minute thoughts on this?
Hi, Kempire. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Well, I wouldn't have done the avatar thing. I had like a cute baby, but you were just taking too long. Miss Miriam, love you.
I saw the cute baby, though.
Good. She got bored.
Oh. Thoughts on either Shahs of Sunset or Married to Medicine?
I have thoughts on both. Shahs, we'll start off with them. REZA is guilty as hell. Yes, everybody knows that Mike is a garden tool. And he lies. I don't particularly think that he's lying about REZA throwing Gigi under the bus. One. I know you asked everyone about Vita and her comment with Destiny. And when she said that, it's like, oh, Vita, you're on point. Sorry, Destiny. But you don't have to do the fake thing. You can, do some exercise, see if that works. Yada, yada, yada. With REZA and MJ, Adam, and Tommy, if I'm Tommy, you have a restraining order on me. Why should you be allowed to be around my son if I can't be around you?
Yeah.
I don't know not to say that he would, but people are protective of their children and they have a right to be protective about their children and want to be in the vicinity of their children. It doesn't matter. Yep. So for REZA to be all up in his feelings about, oh, that's so wrong, and MJ tricked him. Granted, MJ may not have said anything to him, but come on, REZA, let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Married to Medicine, I felt really bad for Contessa. I do believe that she needs to probably exit that situation, especially if it's starting to affect her children. And even for just the plain old disrespect of the fact that, what's his name, Scott, is sitting there allowing the kids to go, not even just, they're your girl children. Is this the example that you want to set? Is this what you're asking your girls to set themselves up for, to look for in a man? Contessa, oh no, I don't like it. You shouldn't like it, and you yourself shouldn't want to subject your kids to that as well.
Yeah, it's true.
That's just my feeling. I'm sorry.
Rasani, I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts.
I appreciate you for having me. I did like the video. Everybody go and like the video and subscribe, and let's build this channel. Thank you.
Thank you. You heard her. We have over 300 something people in the chat. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. I saw Dr. Contessa already disliked this video. It's all right, Dr. Contessa. We'll talk about you more next week, because next week it seems as if Dr. Contessa's marriage is the storyline for their season finale before the Married to Medicine reunion. If you're watching this video afterwards, let us know your thoughts on Shahs of Sunset and Married to Medicine. Here are my final thoughts on both shows. REZA is a snake. I think I said that last week. He's still a snake. I'm still warming up to MJ. I'm okay with MJ. MJ's trying. She's on an apology tour. She's trying to mend fences with everyone. I like her. Mike is still a cheater. And I think next season we're not going to see Paulina. And if we do, it's going to be another cheating scandal. The baby Shams and Elijah are the cutest babies on the show. And probably all of Bravo. And in regards to Married to Medicine, as I said to you before, we'll be discussing Dr. Contessa more. But like I said, I don't love watching it. I enjoyed this episode, but I enjoyed that part of the episode. And it seems as if that's going to be the main theme and how they close out the season. That's going to be awkward. Either way, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We have over 300 some people in the building. Like this video. Thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat or liked the video. And shout out to everyone that's already in the chat having conversations about both shows. Appreciate you being here. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out when we have live broadcasts like this where we do live recaps of some of your favorite reality shows. And we are going to be doing a live recap of The Housewife and The Hustler on YouTube, on Hulu. So you have homework to do. And we'll probably do that later in the week. So stay tuned. Thank you to everyone. Shout out to my moderators. Appreciate you being in the chat and holding it down as always. And again, for more information on our podcast and past episodes, check out the description of this video. I will see you guys later. Bye, everyone.